The three of them started walking toward the train cars, continuously looking around for signs of trouble. They fully expected to run into some. Once they got to the first car, they tried to open it, thinking someone may have been inside waiting for them, but it was locked. They continued on down their path, checking each car as they came across it. They also checked underneath. After scoping out about 20 cars with no results, they took a brief rest, still keeping their eyes peeled. "Think maybe we got this wrong?" Rollins asked. "Still another 30 cars or so to check," Cirella replied. "Maybe he wasn't really setting us up. Maybe he just figured he could lose us here." "Well, I guess we'll find out soon enough." They started moving again, checking a few more cars. Doubt began to creep into their minds, wondering if maybe they were wasting their time. Maybe Falk wasn't trying to lead them anywhere. Maybe he just figured this was a good place to lose them. They soon found out that was not the case. A few more minutes went by, and Cirella tried to open another car, but it was locked. Hearing the men below, a man on top of the car jumped up and started firing. Cirella dove to the side, bullets just narrowly missing him and digging into the ground. Rollins and Brantley stood their ground, Brantley dropping to one knee and both returning fire. They both hit the man who dropped his gun, the weapon falling down to the ground, and the man's body following soon after. Cirella got to his feet and went over to check on the man, while Rollins and Brantley provided cover, looking around for the next shoe to drop. As Cirella checked the man who was dead, he was a little disappointed that it wasn't Falk. "It's not Danny," Cirella said. "Who is it?" Rollins asked. "Beats me." "Guess that answers our question about whether we were set up." "Sure does. Now the question is, how many more?" "I'd be surprised if it's only one," Cirella answered. The men continued on, Cirella paying attention to the cars themselves, while Rollins checked underneath them, and Brantley kept his eyes glued to the roofs. They passed another car. Then a shot rang out, ringing off the car that was next to them. Hearing that the shot came from behind them, they spun around, seeing the silhouette of a man about 10 cars away. They returned fire, but the timing and distance seemed odd to Cirella, thinking that it might have been a diversion. Whoever it was couldn't have thought they'd kill them all from there. He looked at the car next to them and backed up, clearing the door. As Rollins and Brantley exchanged gunfire with the man, Cirella stood there, patiently waiting, thinking someone else was showing up soon. A minute later, he noticed the door to the car move, though it was only an inch or two. Someone was in there, waiting for just the right moment to shoot them all in the back. Cirella took a few steps back and pointed his gun at the car opening, waiting for the door to fully open and give himself a target to shoot at. After another 20 seconds, it finally happened. The train car door finally slid open, a man appearing armed with an automatic rifle. He pointed it at the direction of Rollins and Brantley. Cirella didn't let him get those shots off, though. As soon as the man appeared, Cirella pumped a few rounds of lead into him, the man falling over backwards in the car. Rollins and Brantley jumped upon hearing the commotion behind them and turned around. They saw Cirella with his gun pointed at the car. Then Brantley went over to inspect it. They shined a flashlight inside. Then Brantley got in, checking the car for another shooter first. No one else was there except the now dead man. Brantley then jumped back out of the car. "He's dead." "Danny?" Rollins asked. Brantley shook his head. "How many more?" They turned back to see if the silhouetted man was still visible, but he wasn't. He'd retreated to somewhere. He was too far away to tell if it was Falk or somebody else. "Keep going?" Rollins asked, starting to think they should just get out of there before it got too hot. "Yeah," Cirella answered, wanting to eliminate anyone who was there. He didn't want to have to deal with them later. They kept on going, past a couple more cars. Then suddenly, Rollins opened up on something underneath a car, firing multiple rounds at his target. Cirella and Brantley dropped to the ground and were about to join their friend, but Rollins quickly stopped. A cat sprinted out from underneath the car, running away from the men.